Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do my favorite video to film every single year, and that is my magical readathon TBR. We are starting into the Autumn Equinox at the 1st of September. This is a month-long readathon hosted by G over at the channel Book Roast. I will link the announcement video down below. This is the best readathon, like honestly. I have been participating in this one since pre-Orilium times, which is a long time. And since G started doing her own like Orilium spin for it, it had just gotten better and better. So let's talk about the books I'm going to read. Now, my character is currently a first year and is a necromancer, or is in the necromancer calling. However, the story behind that is that I had a previous character who sadly didn't have much luck with one of the side quests, so she passed away, and my new character now is looking for her. Basically, the new character is kind of like her soul sister, so she's going to Orilium and she's trying to find her soul sister who vanished. And that's kind of the little story, so you might see where the necromancer part comes in as well, but yeah. So for the necromancer calling, we have to read 8 books in the Autumn Equinox. We're starting out with animal studies. With that one, we only need an O, so 1 book. And the challenge is to read a debut book. And I decided to go with Butter, Honey, Pig, Bread, which is one of the audiobooks I bought in a sale. So I'm very excited to listen to this during the like still kind of summertime, because it just has this like hot vibe. I'm not quite sure. I think this is set in like Canada and one country in Africa. I'm not quite sure on the details, but I will tell you all about it when I start reading this. So I think this might be more like literary fiction, maybe historical fiction, and I usually like these books when they focus on countries I don't know a lot about, and I think this one might be quite heartbreaking as well. This is a recommendation I got on the channel Life Birth Reading, which I will also link down below because I think you will like that channel. Then we have spells and incantations, and for that one I need a Q, so that means 2 books. The first challenge is rolling a die and then read the number bracket, so let's roll that die. And with the 2, we need a book that is between 200 and 299 pages. This one is in the 250s. It is Small Worlds by Caleb Asuma Nelson, and I'm very excited to read this one. I saw it in the library and I immediately snatched it because I loved the first book from this author, Open Water. So I can't wait to see what he's done in this one. Again, this is more literary fiction, and I think it focuses on kind of being a black man in Britain. At least that's what the first book was about, so I think this might be in a similar vein. And then the second Spells Incantations book is a 2025 release. And for that I chose one of my most anticipated books of the year, and that is Somadina by Akweke Emezi. This is the next YA fantasy book by this author. They wrote Pet and Bitter, which I both absolutely loved. This book I think is not connected at all to these books, even though the cover kind of looks very similar. But I'm so excited to read this one. As I said, it's YA fantasy, and yeah, Somadina is the person we follow, and I think she has a twin brother and something's going on with that. As you can see, so far we're keeping it with the short books, but that's gonna change in a second. So next we have Conjuration, and in Conjuration we actually need a D, so 3 books. The first prompt is Circle on the cover, and for that I have chosen Great Circle. This is a book that is massive. I think it's around 600 pages. However, it also has been on my TBR for quite a while, and this might just be the chance to finally get it off. This is a historical fiction, has something to do with planes, and yeah, I'm intrigued but also intimidated. Then the next challenge is to borrow a book from someone else's TBR. So currently when I'm filming this a bit early because I'm going on vacation. I haven't seen any other TBR videos. However, one of my booktube friends, Clio from the channel Bemused Bookworm, told me that she's planning to read Bury Your Bones in the Midnight Soil. So I have that one on hold from the library. However, I don't know when the hold will come in because it already came in once, but that wasn't the right time, so I postponed it, and then you never quite know when you will get it again. So yeah, we'll have to see whether it comes in time, and if it does not, I will just keep watching TBR videos until I find something, but for now, that's what I'm planning on reading. And then the third conjuration prompt is food on the cover, and for that I'm planning on reading A Certain Hunger. Again, I will get this one from my library, however this one should not have a waitlist, so I'm pretty positive that this will work out. There is a ton of like other books that I could go for with food on the cover, but this one I also want to read for another project, so that would work out quite well. Then we need an O in a restoration. And the prompt for that is a single POV. I'm sneaking this one in here a little bit, but it is Cheese Sweet Home Volume 10. I always love reading these for the Magical Readathon because they're just like very quick, easy reads. This is kind of a middle grade manga series about a small cat. And we are following the story from like Cheese point of view. I think that like for manga, sometimes it's like hard to tell like whose point of view it is, but like we are always following what she is doing. We never see the other characters when she's not around. So I'm counting this one. And last but not least, we need an O in demonology. And the prompt for that is an emotion in the title. And I have one book currently on hold at the library, but I don't think it will come in time because I have been waiting for this book for 2 months now. And the waitlist is so long that I think I might get it around November. So we'll see about that. But it would be the perfect book, and that is Emperor of Gladness. However, since I don't think I will get this one in time, I have a backup plan, and that is Queer Love in Color. Now, you could argue, is love an emotion? But, you know, it's the only one I have. I'm sorry. So yeah, this is kind of like a coffee table book where you have stories of like different couples and all of them are queer and people of color. So I think that might be quite nice, kind of inspiring, and just something lovely to read. I have been having some like really heavy books lately. My most read kind of mood on Storygraph right now for like the last month is sad. So I need something to make my life better, and I think this book will do it. So there you have it, my little TBR for the Autumn Equinox in the Magical Readathon. So excited for these books and for the Readathon experience. Now in the comments down below, I would love to hear if you're participating in the Readathon, what is your calling, and what is a book that you're really looking forward to reading in September. I would love to hear about that. I hope you have an amazing time reading, and don't forget to leave a like, that always helps me out, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye!